it time for the boys?
No. I just told him it was kind of late.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah.
A bit, but that's all right. You can catch up.
Okay.
There was a feller owned a Crossroads General Store where you could purchase anything you wanted or needed. I saw the front of a general store over in Tennessee one time, and I'm still laughing about it. Right on the front of the store it says, "If we ain't got it, you're better off without it." Well, he also owned a large black mama cat for catching the mice and sleeping in front of the wood stove. Mama cat takes good at that. Of course, being the way they are, it was hardly any time before she showed up with 4 little black baby kittens. They're good at that, too. Oh, but that fellow was so proud of them kittens. I don't know if he'd never had a kitten or what. She'd had them on some sacks back in his storeroom there in the store. He'd make 2 or 3 trips an hour to go back there to his storeroom and just admire his cats. And they growed, little black cats, not a white hair on them. And they got their eyes open, and they growed a little bit more, and something happened to the whole cat, and she died. And the old boy got plumb stubborn. He said, "Darn it, I ain't gonna lose them kittens. I gotta have a cat anyway. I'll just raise this bunch." I do not know if you have ever taken on raising an orphan kitten before. It is not a job for a sane human being. I took it on a year and a half ago. Little orphan that was left that was born up here behind our taffy shop. I fed that baby out of a spoon for 3.5 weeks, every 4 hours around the clock. Snakes and just crazed. Spoiled rotten, yeah. Well, the man did pretty good. He got drippers, he got bottles, he got milk and stuff. And it was full, the little belly spooched out, but they missed their mama, and it was cold. And the little cats, they cried, and they cried. He got a box, put a good warm bed in there, and put the kittens in the box. Didn't help none. Little cats, they cried, and they cried, and he got the box. He put it in the warmest place in the general store, which was up on the molasses barrel, right there next to the wood stove. You got to keep them molasses warm, too. You don't never get them out of the barrel. And it didn't help. And the little cats, they cried, they cried. That's the worst part about the orphans, is listening to them. So he got desperate. He went out and he borrowed a Rhode Island red setting hen. It works for chickens. The secret being, you've got to get a chicken stupid enough. That ain't hard. Chickens ain't bright. Get one stupid enough. Put anything even vaguely egg-shaped on them, under them. They will sit on it until the Lord comes back again. So he put the chicken in the box, and the chicken went, fluffed out, sat on the cats. Worked like a charm. The cats got warm, got good and dark, they shut right up. Plus he left them up on the molasses barrel. "What do you got, a chicken sitting on the molasses barrel?" And he said, "Go pick her up and you'll see." And they go over there and pick up the chicken and go, "Ah! There's 4 little black baby kittens under her." Directly the spitting and whittling crowd. You know them. No general store is equipped without a bunch of old men to turn firewood into toothpicks and spit. Went to making fun of what they called, the folks didn't know the secret of what was under the surprise chicken. So somebody walk in and go, "What's under the hen?" They say, "Go pick her up. It's a surprise." And everybody would sneak up behind them, and they'd go over and pick up the chicken, and everybody hollers, "Surprise!" It's not great humor. Spitting and whittling humor hardly ever is. But they got by with it for about a week, and there come to town this little country boy, maybe 4 years old. You got the teeter-totter bench, ma'am. Yeah, you did. This little boy come into the general store, kind of dragging his tracks out, wearing his daddy's shirt, and he looked up and said, "Mister, what's under that chicken?" Not wanting to scare this little pigeon off, he says, "You want to see?" And the little boy said, "Uh-huh." He said, "You want a boost?" And the little boy said, "Uh-huh." So he boosted the child up onto the molasses barrel. And he reached out there and he grabbed that chicken. And he picked the chicken up. And he looked at the little kittens. And then the smile just kind of died from off his face. And he looked at the chicken and his chin started quivering. He put the chicken down and tears come rolling down both cheeks. And he looks at all these men standing around him waiting to see what he's going to say. And he says, "Ah!" and took off to the door. Now you realize I can't let this kid get away or they're going to die of curiosity, if nothing else. One of them caught him before he hit the screen door and said, "Please, son, don't tell us what you think about the kittens." And the little boy said, "Mister, I ain't quite sure, but I believe I have done and ate my last egg."